哎呦！说到今天的这场比赛，因为朝鲜队也是个作风比较顽强的这样一个对手，我不知道针对这样一个对手，他会给他的球员有什么特别的一些布置和安排。
L'esprit très combatif, très dur. Est-ce que vous avez bien préparé à ce côté-là?
Oui, bien sûr, on est prévenu. On a vu les matchs, pas seulement le match contre le Japon, mais les matchs précédents qu'ils ont déjà fait. Ils ont un style de jeu qui est très engagé. Il faudra donc être très présent dans les duels pour pouvoir rivaliser justement avec leurs points forts avant d'essayer de mettre en place notre qualité de jeu.
我们看到了，这确实是一支非常作风顽强的比赛，不只是日本的这样的比赛，包括以前他们最近对也门的比赛和乌兹别克斯坦的这些比赛，我觉得他的顽强作风，他们高举高打的这样的靠身体冲撞的这样的打法，我们是有我们的针对的一些东西的。谢谢。
Last match, your players played well and you got a comeback to win. So tonight's game is more important, I think, because against home team China. So how do you play for tonight?
전번 경기에서 아주 경기를 잘하셨습니다. 한한테다가 역전승을 하면서 경기를 아주 잘하셨는데 오늘 경기가 더 중요하다고 생각합니다. 주최 팀인 중국팀하고 경기하는 것과 관련해서 더 중요하다고 생각했는데 오늘 경기를 어떻게 하시겠는지.
글쎄 오늘 경기는 뭐 누구니가 이긴다기보다도 결과가 아마 누가 따라 증명해 줄 거라는 거.
Well, for today's match, I cannot say much, but I only can say that the only results can prove which team could win today. I cannot say anything beforehand.
How was your players' conditions for tonight's game?
오늘 경기지만 우리 선수들의 상태는 어떻습니까?
상태는 아주 좋다는 거, 정신력도 누가 따라 좋다는 거 얘기해 주세요.
Their conditions are quite perfect, and their spirit is very much high. So it's very good.
Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to Wuhan, to the Sports Center Stadium here for the next game coming up in the East Asian Cup of 2015, with our hosts of China about to take on the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. It's 28 degrees the temperature at the moment, not too bad. It's a little breezy and the humidity, well, it's always high here. Here's a first look for you at the Chinese side, and many changes made, though Zheng Ji continues to captain the side from the number 10 position. Sun Ke has been brought in to supplement the attack. He'll play in place of Gao Lin. And the local man playing, Le Tenlong, number 3, born in Wuhan. So he'll be very popular. Alain Perrin, the Frenchman, is the coach of the Chinese team. And the list of substitutes there, including Wu Si, Fang Xiaoting, who I'm told has got a bit of an injury, so he wasn't really considered, a Wu Lei too. And number 18, Gao Lin, top scoring striker, but he wasn't too impressive in the 45 minutes he played against Korea Republic, and pays the price by being dropped to the bench. As for the Korean side, well, it's identical to the one which won its first game against Japan by 2-1. No changes made. That was a substitute who came on and did the damage in the opening win, Pak Hon-il. You'll see his name in just a moment. Their other goal scorer was Ri Hyuk Chol, number 7 on that caption there. And here are the DPR Korea substitutes, including the man I mentioned, Pak Hon-il, who'll come up on the next part of this caption for you. The Koreans, you're allowed 23 players, they've only got 21 actually in their squad. And it was number 20, Pak Hon-il, who scored that headed goal late on, a brave goal it was too, to win the spoils against the Japanese. The crowd has increased from the first match of the evening, in which we've seen Japan and Korea Republic battle out a 1-1 draw. The Koreans will be in all red for this clash. China are in all white. The teams are lined up in the tunnel, as you can see. The fans are ready to welcome them. And you will shortly hear a blast, I'm sure, on the loudspeaker system in the Wuhan Sports Center here, to herald the arrival of the flags ahead of the two teams. What a big night for all these little youngsters. They're known as the mascots. They're a bit young for that. So patriotism to the fore. Face painting. The majority here obviously hoping for a Chinese win after the loss in the opening game to Korea Republic by 2-0. In fairness, China didn't really create a great deal in that match. They struggled to get in any shots whatsoever. They'll hope to do better against the Korea DPR side this evening, who will, as usual, have their small knot of support. But they are overwhelmingly outnumbered here in the stadium in Wuhan. This is the 8th game of 12 played in the competition, with the men and women, of course. 6 games in the men's and 6 in the women's. There you see it, the East Asian Cup of 2015, as this evening comes towards its climax with the meeting of China and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. It's a long walk from the dressing rooms, along the tunnel, up the steps, and out onto the playing surface. The first ritual to be observed will, of course, be the national anthem. And although China are at home here, the first of the 2 anthems will be for their guests from Korea. Now the crowd is asked to welcome the 2 teams and the officials. The this match is from Malaysia, Muhammad Yaqub. His assistants also from Malaysia and Australia, Muhammad and Nathan McDonald. The fourth official from Iran is Mohammad Faghani. The East Asian Football Federation flag is first to flutter over the ball, followed by the message, the fair play. Well, we've not seen a single red card in the tournament as yet. Long may that trend continue. It's a well-rehearsed ceremony. They all know their roles, they all know what they have to do, and welcome the team to China and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea here in Wuhan. Colourful scene, a lovely green playing surface. Shengji is fit to play. I had thought he might find 2 games in 4 days a little bit strenuous, but he plays. That was his opposite number, captain Ri Myung-guk. The first of the 2 national anthems this evening is for the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And it will be followed by another stirring rendition, I'm sure, from the local people of Wuhan here for the anthem of China. Show after that. The Chinese flag is flying, but will it be flying high at the end of the night after 90 minutes of action? Let's have a look at the way the Chinese are lining up, and there's a changing goal with Zheng Cheng introduced, and there are a number of alterations here from the side, which are rather disappointing, frankly, in its loss to Korea Republic. But Ten Zhengji continues to captain the side. Sung Kerr has been brought in to add some weight up front. He's just recently clinched a 6 million yen move. Here is the DPR Korea side, led by their captain Ri Myung-guk in goal. And they have plenty of talent, I can assure you of that. And they have a goal scorer in Ri Hyok-chol, number 7. He was the match winner in the previous game against Japan. picture of the Korean supporters at the back of that section of the stand here in the Wuhan Stadium. And Alain Perrin, the Frenchman who has coached around the world. He's coached in France, in Alain in the United Arab Emirates, at Portsmouth in England as well. And his opposite number is Pak Kwang-ryuk. Kim Chang-bok. UDB there. His full name is Yu Dabao, plays for Beijing. The captain, Beijing, the number 9, Shuai Yang-su from Shandong, winning his 38th cap this evening. And back in goal is Zhang Cheng. So the coaches are making a number of changes here so they can get a good view of different systems, different formations, different players. The game will kick off with China attacking the goal to our right, playing in all white. Korea DPR in all red this evening. The scene is set. Let's hope the game matches the scene. A reminder of the scenario that China need a win, having lost their opening game 2-0. Korea DPR, if they do win this one, will go top of the group ahead of Korea Republic, who drew 1-1 with Japan earlier this evening. The game is underway. Ball headed back towards the Chinese line, but they will have the first throw-in of the night. The important team settle as quickly as possible. Ten Long is indeed playing in the right full-back position. He plays his football with Beijing nowadays, but was born here in Wuhan. So what a place for him to make his international debut, the number 3 of the Chinese side. But they're penned back here on the back foot by Korea DPR, move down the right channel, which continues. They're a sprightly team, the Koreans, and they've got that ball through into the penalty area where it will be comfortably picked up by Zhang Cheng. Goalkeeper from Guangzhou Evergrande, winning his 31st cap this evening. Who also comes from Wuhan, incidentally. Free kick. The Korean defence was very resolute in its opening game against Japan. Although they conceded in the first few minutes of that game, they proceeded to hit back with 2 goals of their own late on to win the 3 points. Just run out over the sidelines by Chong Il-kwon, plays for the Rim Yong-sung club. So Alain Korea in the possession now with their left full-back Ri Yong-chul. China did improve in the second half of their previous game, but they had to do because they were pretty nondescript in the first half, just conceding before half-time. It's the Koreans who are using the ball better at the moment. Though China do break now the rather lumbering run forward. It doesn't matter because it's produced a free kick for Wang Dong. And he's one of the more spirited players. Some of the recent games, the man from Shandong, and here they have possession outside the 18-yard area of the Korean defence. Slipped through into a similar position. China with 4 forward, but that ball was a loose one on that. But that would be a routine throw-in. Wuhan, China is the background message for you. It says there's something different happens in Wuhan every day. Thanks for that. Maybe they can find an early goal to get the fans right behind them. Well, they look like scoring one against Korea Republic, and of course they have a big game to come at the weekend. China versus Japan. two Korean sides will clash. Some of the alterations in the Chinese lineup have been enforced. Feng Xiaoting, for example, is out injured. I don't think it's a serious injury, but it's a muscle strain. So he could come back at the weekend. He's one of the more regular players, of course. Korea. To be taken by So Hyun-uk, one of many players from the April 25th club. A significant date in Pyongyang. And once again with the goalkeeper winning his 69th cap, Ri Myung-guk. Favouring tonight. Lei Tenglong. The attempted pass, but it will be steered safely back to Ri Myung-guk. Ri Yong-chol. Of play. Nothing particularly happening from the early skirmishes to worry about for either team. We have had one or two early goals in matches here. Relatively for Japan against Korea DPR, whose centre-back is Chang Kuk-chol from Daegu. He has to be alert there. It's China's attack now, which is featuring down this right-hand side. With Lei Tenglong as well. Was he pushed? The referee says no. The referee's assistant, who was closest to that, also said no. And out come the Koreans. A couple of 50-50 challenges there, and the referee rightly blows the whistle. It's a free kick against Yu Dabao. Good chop. Oh, and he's got goal side of the two defenders there. And that's a moment of hesitation that could yet be punished. There will be a shot. It's not going to be successful, however. Well wide of the mark from Chong Il-kwon. The Korean coach was utterly delighted with the way his side fought back against Japan, having trailed from about the 3rd minute until the 76th. And they showed great fortitude to find 2 goals in the closing 14 minutes to win that match. A long way to go in this one yet. We've had 6.5 minutes, which means we've 83 to go. Trying to look to pass the ball through midfield and do very nicely at that. To come left inevitably, there are 3 across in the centre. Prodded in there and hacked out. China definitely settling better than they did against Korea Republic. It's gone over the sideline and will be a throw-in to be taken for the home side by Wang Tong from Shandong. Free kick Korea. Chong Il-kwon there, number 11, plays for Rim Yong-soo. He's winning his 30th cap tonight. He has 6 goals, including a couple against Guam in this competition in 2012. In one of the early rounds, of course. For the likes of Guam and the North Mariana Islands and get to the finals. Now Korea do move forward more promisingly. It's nodded down into the path of the player here, and it was a good-looking strike as well. It's straight at the defender, and eventually Shen Cheng has to come out to stop the ball getting through. Just snaking his way off Lee Hong-soo. the elder statesman of the Chinese team, Zheng Ji. The captain here is on the ball now, playing in a central defensive role, as opposed to the midfield one he used to occupy in his days in England at Charlton Athletic and Scotland up at Celtic. Here he is again. I remember him being as blonde as he is nowadays. Fair-haired figure. Decent enough ball down the line. So many red shirts around there. This is lofted into a danger zone, however. It needs a touch back, and it needed a slightly better one than that. Well, there's still an opportunity here for China until the whistle stymies the move. Now the crestfallen look on the face of Yang Su. Well into that. The decision was that the arm had gone across the opponent. The knockdown favoured the Koreans there, and they pick up the pieces with Kang Kuk Chol. Always looking for movement. That's exactly what they did there, but they didn't get it through to Yo Hak-soo. Again, there will be a free kick against China. He just simply blocked Ro Hak-soo off. No malice aforethought. It was a free kick for the Korea DPR side as a result of that particular challenge, as you can see, put in by Liu Zhangyi. It will be another free kick. They're giving quite a few away here. Sung Ke is the guilty party this time. The one who has just made the big money move from Jiangsu Sainty to Tianjin. 6 million yen. The player went one way, the ball went the other there. China now, with a bit of good movement. There's a solid challenge coming in from Hong Kong Song. China not able to move the ball around smartly enough. That's a lovely header on into the penalty area. And there's going to be no penalty award despite the outstretched arms. I would have been slightly surprised if an award had been given. You did see a penalty scored earlier in the evening against Japan for Korea Republic. Zheng Ji forward. We used to think of Korean footballers as being particularly physical, particularly those from the north, but this side is far stronger physically than the previous Korea DPR teams I've seen. This is a big strapping lad, the number 15, Ri Myung-chol. This is the goalkeeper, Ri Myung-guk from Pyongyang. They bide their tongue. 4-foot punt over the top of the defence, but it shouldn't pose a problem really. They will rue their inability to clear the lines if they do not get the ball away here, the Chinese, because they have ample time, and eventually they do so. Not too much duress. Possession 9/10 of the law in football. China are doing well in terms of possession at the moment. That's good. It's on the left touchline. The Koreans are covering all the options at the moment. It's clipped across. Goalkeeper's ball. Nice idea. Not quite the perfect execution. Long clearance from the Korean goalkeeper. And all that happens is a free kick's awarded against Chong Il-kwon. There were 3 late withdrawals from the Korean squad, but they've not been put off, and they're going for goal here now. And it requires a save from Zheng Cheng as he turns this one aside around the uprights. Certainly stretch the goalkeeper. Don't mind conceding corners, but Ri Chol-myong having a go there, looking to find what would have been a 4th international goal for him. He has 3 in his previous 17 appearances. The corner will be delivered by Kang Kuk-chol. It's well away from the keeper, but it's well away from anybody, in fact. Anybody will keep that one in play. Those are the sort of corners that drive coaches mad when they give nobody any chance to get up to the end of the ball. China 0. Korea DPR 15 minutes play. Typical encounter really, with the chances at a premium. Side still trying to find an edge. Players looking for some susceptibility. A mistake on one side which can change the course of a game. Nobody wanting to overcommit themselves. Koreans with the possession. With their leader, I always think that Jang Kuk-chol, the number 3, seems to be the leader of men at the back for them. Okay, the goalkeeper's the captain, but out on the pitch in front of the goalkeeper, the number 3 is the leader. You have to have one. But this is China. Moving sweetly. Clever little dummy as well. Just found it at the end there, but it was promising from China. He's another leader, the number 16, Roh Hak-soo. Comes up with the odd international goal, even though he's ostensibly a midfield player. Now Ri Yong-chol. Kang Kuk-chol. Again, the final ball lacks quality. On that occasion from Hong Kong Song. The crowd are well behind the Chinese here, as you would expect. Well, that's a disappointing reverse pass from Song Ke. Calm down, says Alan Perrin. Plenty of time to go. goals scored in the 3 matches played in the Asian Cup, East Asian Cup so far. The women have scored more goals than the men, and there might be danger here to China. No, it's cut out by Zheng Ji, showing his ability to read a game again. Sometimes it's about being in the right place. China have suffered 6 fouls already, the Koreans 4. Covering the tracks nicely here. So the ball to get through, but trying to break themselves. With 4 men strung across midfield. One making a run through the centre. Useful delivery, and still he'll be able to apply pressure because the ball was headed back to him there by Chang Kuk-chol, who was only too aware of the presence of Yak-soo. So the Koreans are being extended. It was an easy header for Chang Kuk-chol to effect to get rid of the ball. And then there'll be a free kick for the Koreans, which they've already taken. They're a smart side, but as yet there's been no great potency. One save made by the goalkeeper. Zheng Ji, calm and composed. And it comes back to Zheng Cheng. There, Liu Jinyi. So neither side are gaining any emphatic edge as yet. He's dug that one out, but straight onto the head of Zheng Ji. Now allows the ball to go through to his goalkeeper. Hurried clearance, but it's into a good area. There's a lot of vocal encouragement around behind for the Chinese. Good measured passing moves as yet. Korea DPR have never won the East Asian Cup. They've only ever scored 1 goal against China in the competition, and that was back in 2008. So China very much having the upper hand in previous meetings. They've won both. There've only been 2. They won by 2 goals to 0 in 2005 and by 3 goals to 1 in 2008. But there's been little sign of a goal in this one so far. 22 minutes played, so we're almost halfway through the opening half. It's warm work out there, as you would imagine, on another humid evening in China. Oh, that's sloppy. And the ball from the goalkeeper wasn't the best, and then it's run out. A very unfortunate touch by Lei Ten-long. That's the sort of sloppy play that you can ill afford against anybody. So let's see if the Democratic People's Republic can take belated advantage. This is the second throw since the error from Lei Ten-long. Oh, it's a wretched attempt, but to pick it up, and it's a lovely square ball. It's a one-on-one situation. There's another Chinese player arriving as well. Can they make it count? No, they can't. The final shot produces a save from Ri Myung-gook, but he would have been disappointed if he'd been beaten by that one from Yu Da-bao. Now a mistake at the other end could just let the Koreans in. On the chase is Chong Il-kwan. Has to settle for a throw-in for the moment. The game just coming to life there for a second. It was snooze time before that. And that's a well-laid pass. Very well laid. It's well covered in defence, although, yeah, it's going to be a free kick. Chong got into good position to take the ball on. Fine work defensively for the Chinese by Sun Ke, who's in the side for his attacking prowess, really. Shots off there down the right-hand side. Confident substitutes there for the Chinese, including Gao Lin, who's been suffering a suspension domestically. 4-match suspension for the gesture he made. Well, the Koreans look to get in behind the back line of the Chinese defence, but, well, the players heard the whistle before we did there, as the ball was caught, signalling it's going to be a free kick. It's been hard work for those players. 25 minutes gone, and not only is it 0-0, I think in terms of shots it's just about 0-0 as well. I think there was just one save made by Zhen Cheng. The chances have been sparse. However, mistakes on both sides. To be afraid by Yang Su. Shandong, who acknowledges his culpability. Forward now is Ri Yong-chol. Smashes it from one side of the field to the other. There's no foul there. China emerge with the ball. It's a bit too short. However, they still may make something from this. Steely defending from Kang Kuk-chol. Needs something to happen, and maybe it'll happen here. Well, the header was a good one. It was down into the goalkeeper's arms from Yang Su. Goalkeeper Ri Myung-gook is a pretty tidy performer, though. There's the cross ball in from Sun Ke. Inviting one, he climbs well into it for the header. The goalkeeper's got his ankles spot on. Good header. Decent stop. China are coming again here. They've suddenly come on song in the last couple of minutes. They've only got two around the edge of the penalty area, so you can't just lump the ball in and hope for the best. At full stretch at the moment. The referee coming over to see what's happened to Hong Kong Song. Not a lot, he needed to tie his bootlaces. After that challenge that he put in to win the ball, which was a fair one, on Wang Dong. Well, that looks fair, but the referee didn't, so it's a free kick. For DPR Korea, there are three of their substitutes, including one of their goalkeepers. Every squad has allowed two goalkeeping substitutes, coming into three keepers. That's not a bad-looking ball. It might go over the top of the defender. Well played. That was a really good piece of defending from the local man. Well, Lei Tenlong stretched and kept it at bay. Still neither side with an edge here. at spells in this game. This is one of them. The sides just fencing with one another around about the midfield area. And occasionally a longer ball in there, but the defender stood his ground. Possession count might be quite interesting at half-time. I would have thought there was a great deal in it, however. It's good. Chudabao figured in the move twice. Strong-looking player, often used as a substitute. Drilled from one side of the field to the other. Crowd get excited, but the head is going to be wide again. Kirk coming up on the right. Now calls himself a Tianjin player. And previously with the Jiangsu Sainty. "30 minutes played, China 0, DPRK 0. So Alan Parr's looking for a bit more width for his side. They are certainly playing better than they did in the first half of the match against Korea Republic. Mind you, the score was exactly what this one is at that stage. It was just before half-time that Korea Republic netted what proved to be crucial goal. They scored again late on with a free kick. How's China looking here? A nice little touch on, and there'll be a free kick for China as well. He's taken a bang in the head, but the trouble of getting up to that ball is Jiangsu. Jiangsu and Yu Debao both preferred in attack this evening to the regular striker Gao Lin. It's a long way out, is this free kick. 35 yards, I would say. The organisation is down to Ri Myung-guk. Will be delivered by Wang Yong-po. Didn't have the best of nights against Korea Republic, but maybe he can redress the balance here by laying something on. It's a decent delivery. Oh, it's a weak shot though. Should have hit a far better shot than that. China is still being held at 0-0 and conceding a free kick. They've still to register their first goal of this East Asian Cup. Whistle sounded there, so it might well be a free kick for Korea DPR. He pushes into the back of So Hyun-uk. So indeed it will be a free kick for Kang Kuk-chol to deliver. I thought he was going to take a quick one though, but in fact he's left the duties to Ri Chol-myung instead. Sim Hyun-jin now. Sim Hyun-jin floating it through. That will be a goalkeeper's ball. So it's left on it again. Right by the keeper. Decent throw as well. And is that a free kick? It is for the latest foul on Rao Wei-hui. Not a lot of people know much about Rao Wei-hui here. I can tell you he's got one cap. It was earned a year ago against Honduras. Shots on goal, 2 for China, 1 for Korea. met indeed by Changkuk Chol. There could be danger here to China because there's a lot of red shirts forward, although most are being marked. One that isn't is the right fullback over here, but he's got no impetus. Attacked harmlessly of Yu Dabao for a throw-in. Making space has been a problem for everybody out there in this game, which has run 34 minutes. 2 or 3 good touches into the 18-yard area, and then it's charged down, flicked back in, and it requires a save from Zheng Cheng. Fairly routine one, it has to be said, from So Hyung-wook. Uses the ability to be on the ball and to look up and see who's available for the pass. Not all players can do that, he certainly can. Always promise from this sort of situation with a good delivery. He's got to go all the way through, and yet he's hooked back in. Here's the chance! China score! China in the lead! Joy for Yu Dabao! They're on their feet and clapping and applauding and cheering, and they are so happy because China have got a goal in the East Asian Cup of 2015. Here's how it happened. The cross goes over the top of the defender, it bounced awkwardly. It's hooked back in there by Sun Ke, and it drops absolutely perfectly for the goal scorer. It was just that height on it that was confusing for the defender. And there, as it's hooked across in by Sun Ke, it's taken on the chest by Yu Dabao, and the man from Beijing hammers it into the Korean net. It's China 1, Democratic People's Republic of Korea 0. Goal Yu Dabao, his 10th for his country in his 29th appearance. Well, that's lifted the game. A game that frankly needed a lift. That goal coming in 36 minutes has got the crowd really roaring. Might have stung the Koreans though. And here they come, looking for equaliser straight away. Oh, and that's a difficult one. He's gone down in there, but the referee says there was no deliberate contact. They do give the ball away. The Koreans are coming on some here, and it's flicked away out for the corner, thrillingly. Nervous moments there for the Chinese defence, but Yu Yang appeared from nowhere to steer the ball to safety. As Korea DPR look to hit back. So is the curse to strike Korea DPR again here? They've never beaten China in the East Asian Cup. They've lost both previous meetings without scoring a goal, and they're trailing now. But they have a corner. Can they silence the crowd? They all go. So the goalkeeper's catch. The giant scoreboard makes pleasant reading for the Chinese. It says that they are leading by a goal. But in all truth, they never looked like scoring a goal in the previous match. Well, here they come again from the area that's just proved so profitable. And it's through this time to the goalkeeper without any alarms for Ri Myung-goo. It's brought the match to life. And it was encouraging for Alan Perrin, I think, that several Chinese players were involved in that move that yielded the goal. Certainly the contribution from Sun Ke, who knocked it back for the goal scorer Yu Dabao. Of course, the other side that will be very happy with that goal is Korea Republic, because they have 4 points after their draw with Japan earlier this evening, having beaten China first time up. So if China can hold on to this advantage, slender though it may be, then it would be Korea Republic who would lead the group going into the last match. They have 4 points, remember. It's a useful response from the Koreans, though, and there'll be a free kick awarded to Kangkuk Chul here against Wang Dong. They've 6 minutes in which to find an equalising goal before the interval. Wang Dong simply blocking his man off. Work for Zheng Cheng. Shandong goalkeeper. And the Koreans going to wait while the two-man wall is formed. Wang Yongbo and Sun Ke. Two-man hoping to maybe just block this one off. From Kangkuk Chul. It's clever. But it was well spotted by the defender, but oh, he's given another free kick here. Well, Wang Yongbo came charging out here, really dug in fiercely on Hong Kum Song, and has paid the penalty. He's injured. So it's a nervous ending to the half for the Chinese after the glory of the goal. And this is the goal. What joy it brought. Simple enough finish in the end for Yu Dabao. He was in the right place, that's the point about it. It was that bounce over the top of the defender that undid the Korean defence. Yu Dabao was the right man to be on the end of things. Now he's the man with his back turned to a free kick here, which could mar the celebrations momentarily. Korea DPR looking to hit back with 4 minutes left on the clock. That's at least a couple of minutes of added time after this lengthy delay for the injury to Wang Yongbo, who was the man who conceded the free kick. I don't know if he conceded one the other night, which led to a goal. Again, it takes a long time to get things organised in these set-piece situations. Everyone could blow the whistle and then it's on with the game. Eventually he does blow the whistle. Nothing more than a throw-in accrued from Hong Kum Song's shot. Plaster over his left eye from a wound he received the other evening. Wang Yongbo is back on, and he has scored a few famous goals. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half in Wuhan. Moment it was for the Chinese when Yu Dabao put the ball into the back of the Korean net. They're not quite at the interval yet, though, and they might have to soak up a bit more pressure here. It's over the top. I'm not sure he'll get to this. In fact, I am sure he won't get to it. It's the sort of run that does induce cramp. Sim Hyung-jin was willing to have a go. The scoreline remains 1-0 to China. The hard-working Liu Zhangyi. Watches the coach coaches have used these matches as an exercise in trying out different systems and looking at different players. They obviously still want to win. There's a cup to be had at the end of the 3-game period. The round robin. It's not an easy one for a defender to deal with either. But Korea have coped admirably there. I'm sure they're going to have the possession back again. Finally it's away. It's going to come back in the last minute of this half. It's China on song. Rather overdone. They don't mind conceding free kicks, as Wu Yang does here. And that's a decent chip, actually. That's a very good ball. One that will worry the Chinese defence as it's bobbling around in there, round about the penalty area. The cross is useful as well. It's smashed just wide of the target. What an opening it was for Korea. And it's blown by Roh Hak-soo. Only 1 minute of added time. But Roh Hak-soo here on the end of the cross. It was a lob ball really from Ri Hyok Chol. And he slices it into the side of the net. So we are into time added in the first half. Quite why it's only 1 minute, I'm not sure, because we had a stoppage fairly recently in which Wang Yongpo was down for treatment for at least 2 minutes. So I'm not quite sure who we've only got 60 seconds, but there you go. The scoreline will do nicely for people in China. They've just got to keep it going now for the remaining seconds of this half. If they can add to it, that would be a bonus. They've created the space for the cross. Clearly recovered from that knock he took about 5 minutes ago. He's probably relieved there are only 60 seconds of added time. Remember they all are, it is a humid night. But it's been a very good half for the Chinese. It took a long time to get going, did this game. But the goal changed it. It's got the crowd really animated. The referee blows the whistle now, so Yu Dabao's goal separates the teams. The Chinese are happy. That's the man who got the goal from Beijing, his 10th at international level. The Chinese fans are cheering, which they weren't the other evening. Goalkeeper Ri Myung-guk there, just beaten on the one occasion. The Koreans have their support in the crowd. But at the moment they are in second place in the table behind Korea Republic, who drew earlier with Japan in a 1-1 match. But this one at the moment is going the way of our hosts. It is China who lead by a goal to 0. There is the confirmation, if anyone needed, that China are leading DPR Korea by a single goal. It was a half that was curious in many respects. It took a long time for anything to happen. I don't think either goalkeeper was overly troubled for a long time. Zhang Cheng making just one save. But at the end of it all, there has been the one goal, and it's goals that change games, and it's China who've got that one goal. Plenty of support here for the People's Republic of China. We are in Hubei province, in Wuhan, in the sports centre. the stadium which staged half a dozen matches in the Women's World Cup a few years ago. This game kicking off at 9 o'clock in the evening. The referee for the match is from Malaysia. And China, let me remind you, in all white tonight. They played in all red against Korea Republic. They're all white tonight. And that was the save that Zheng Cheng had to make from Ri Chol-myong. Virtually the only action of the first 25 minutes. Swirling and swinging a bit, he had to keep his eyes on it. Then there's a brilliant ball out to the left-hand side for Yu Dabao from Yang Su. And a hard shot at the end of it, but comfortably dealt with by Ri Myong-koo. So China definitely coming much more to the fore. And here was a ball that created an opening as well for Yang Su's header. That's from Sun Ke, who's quite influential in this opening half. The player who's just moved for a record transfer fee domestically in China. The header was decent from Yang Su as well. Not good enough to beat Ri Myong-koo. But China were coming on strongly now and looking for that leading goal with the crowd right behind them. This was the moment to savour. Cross ball from Lao Wei-hui, winning only his second cap, and it's rammed joyously to the roof of the net by Yu Dabao. And China led on 36 minutes. Put back across there by Sun Ke and smashed into the net by Yu Dabao. This is the goal that has got the crowd very happy at half-time. It's 1-0. China's first goal on the East Asian Cup of 2015. To that by the left foot of Yu Dabao, but then the Koreans came on themselves very quickly soon afterwards, and there was a chance just before half-time that was spurned by Roh Hak-soo at the break. It is China who had the single goal advantage. On the back of these statistics, Chinese possession 57%. The Koreans have won the only 2 corners of the match, a match which has contained 25 fouls, 15 by the Chinese and 10 by the Koreans, who have had 6 shots to China's 4. The second half to come, it's China 1, DPR Korea 0. Welcome back to Wuhan, where the supporters have been really enjoying themselves during the half-time interval. That man's goal, Yu Dabao, separates the two teams here, which means that China are in front. They've notched up their first goal of the East Asian Cup of 2015, and it's by that goal that they lead Korea DPR. And coming on in the second half is Liu Bin replacing Sun Ke, who set up the goal. So I don't know whether this is a tactical switch or what, but anyway, Liu Bin is coming on. There he is, number 19. Liu BB is the way it reads. China 1, Korea DPR 0. Number 10 there, Zheng Ji, has been his usual leader. The real leader of the pack. He's the one who does the talking. He's the elder statesman of the side. At the age of 34. Still plenty of football left in him, I'm sure. So they all wish one another good luck for the next 45 minutes. It would mean so much to the nation here for China to register their first win, and of course to keep their hopes alive in the East Asian Cup. If they get 3 points, they'll draw level with DPR. They'll be 1 point behind Korea Republic, and they'll be 3 points ahead of Japan. Oh, sorry, rather 2 points ahead of Japan, who have the 1 point after their draw earlier this evening with Korea Republic. So away we go again. For anybody who's just joining us, China are in all white tonight, and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, they're in all red. And it's the all whites who have it now, with Zheng Ji having dropped back. Looks as though he's been playing there all his life. 45 important minutes to come in the East Asian Cup. China will look to their advantage, and the promising looking move going already. They work very enthusiastically up the front and along the flanks. And it is China dominating the early possession in the second half. Korea DPR trying to fight back with a useful ball play forward here, but the speed of the Chinese player admirable. The referee says play on after that. It's an excellent piece of defending from Rao Wei-Hui. Going to dig themselves out of a bit of a hole here, and they've managed to do so. Coached several club sides. The first free kick of the half goes to China. To the number 11 young ball. It's a double whammy on Wang Young ball there. China with 4 up the front, and the Koreans with 4 across to the back, and it's the 4 defenders who win it, notably Jang Kuk-chol. Very optimistic sort of a pass. Wouldn't have impressed the coach, I don't think. The Korean coach is Kim Chang-bok, there he is. There were 3 late withdrawals from the original squad he named, including Mak Kwang-ryong, who is based in Switzerland at FC Basel, also Am Byung-chun and Ri Yong-chik had to withdraw. Well, China can protect this advantage for the first 15 or 20 minutes of this half. They'll have real belief they can go on and pick up maximum points from the game. And leave Japan rooted to the foot of the table. There was such delight when the ball was struck into the Korean net by Yu Dabao. Chinese supporters have been singing away during the half-time interval and shining their lights. Display of unity towards one another. They do have it forward now. And the ball was initially protected, and then the free kick was awarded to Wang Yongpo. Another of the Shandong players. He's winning his 10th cap tonight. Scored a couple of goals against Japan back in 2013. That's got over the top. And the crowd roars again. But the one-on-one is won by the Korean defender. Not to be out-muscled on that occasion. There's a chance that could be a penalty. The referee points to the spot, and China have a penalty in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Life is suddenly looking very good for China here. There's the ball that's played through, and there's the entanglement of the bodies. Here it is again, slipped through there. I think it's Ri Young-chol who's the defender. It is. It was Ri Young-chol. What a moment this is. Can China get a 2-goal advantage for themselves? Liu Jianyi. It's 2-0 China. Struck decisively into the net. Ri Myung-guk given no hope at all. And a really excellent penalty. Wang Yongpo takes the honours. Here he is, Wang Yongpo, who scored a penalty recently. And he hits it low to the right of the goalkeeper. Never looked like missing, did he? And suddenly, China have a 2-goal lead. Could it be decisive? Wang Yongpo. And what a start to the second half for China. This one's headed away by Zheng Ji. Korea not out of it by any means, however, and they'll try and set themselves up here now themselves. They might do as well. There are enough bodies in there to make this one count. Oh, what a night for the Chinese, and that's another good ball, and they were 2-on-2 here. The Koreans are suddenly being stretched, and this is the substitute who's trying to add a bit more verve to the attack. Played in a cross, chance of a third, came off the shin, and it's an easy catch for Ri Myung-guk from Yangchu. Well, the Koreans have to give it a go now, so it's all set up for a fine second half. No great surprise when the referee pointed to the penalty spot a couple of minutes ago, though. From up here looked like one. But this is neat from Korea. Ball is wide, he's onside. Danger to the Chinese goal, and it's stabbed out at the near post. Now the break is on. It's a really eye-catching game now. But Yu Dabao's ball didn't quite have enough pace on it for Yang Zhu. This is long and over the top and onside. flag stays down. This is Korea's opportunity to hit straight back. They must not be ruled out of this contest. Although the Chinese have given themselves great hope here. Clearance, the header in, it was kept in play. One back, Yu Debao was having an inspired time down the left side, and he got the first goal. It's given him a big lift, I'm sure. Back with Cheng. Well, in their previous match, they were trailing to Japan, remember, but scored twice late on to win. And this is very much a different Chinese outfit to the one we saw in the first game against Korea Republic. Here's that penalty kick again, hard and low to the goalkeeper's right, and I don't think he even gets a finger on it. It's just perfectly placed by Wang Yongbo. He scored with the last penalty he took for his country as well. On the top, too steepling for the Korean player out on that far side. So Hyun-wook. Chinese will go charging into tackles now, and they win another one here. Yu Debao again, he really is a strong man and puts himself about to good effect. He'd be a contender for man of the match here, I suspect. It will be a foul, however. Yeah, barged into him, Yu Debao. So, as I said, he's strong, but over-vigorous at times. China 2, Democratic People's Republic of Korea 0. And the latter side is intending to make a switch in a moment. Coming on will be So Kyung-jin, who is a striker, plays for the South Hamgyong club. There's a couple of goals for Korea at under 20 level. Goal kick. And that will mean the substitution can be effected. Coming off will be Hong Kong Song. So the change made now. So Kyung-jun. There he is. Well, the Koreans have to do something to get back into this one. They conceded a goal in each half. I think they've got the capacity to certainly score at least one themselves. They will attack with a bit more verve here now. The flag will stay down, I think. It will, but the ball's long off the grass. And the chasing man, Roh Hak-soo, just runs into the photographers. Or the snappers, as they're known in the business. The coach wondering what he can do to turn this around. But Alan Baran's fortunes have certainly changed tonight. He's the man who kept goal in the first game for China. Dele. since the second goal went in, Korea have had a lot of the possession, and they'll have a free kick of their own here now and a chance to do something with it. And there's going to be a booking, I think, rather surprisingly, I would suggest, there for Zheng Ji. There is number 10. Watch him go here. The arm comes out, it's extended onto the shoulder of Chong Il Kwan, and it's a booking for the captain of China. Booing. The anticipation of what might happen, I suppose. Dangerous moment for China. They don't want to let the opposition back into this now. Kang Kuk Chol takes most of the set pieces for Korea DPR. He's the one who's pointing the way here, standing by the ball. Well, we've seen that signal so many times from so many officials. Kang Kuk Chol, will he go for the net? If he does, it's going to be left-footed. Looks for a gap in that wall, 10 yards away. Kang Kuk Chol, he gets it through, and it's a foot too high. Valiant effort, but an unsuccessful effort from Kang Kuk Chol. You'll see from this shot just how it dipped over the angle, rippled the stanchion. It was a decent enough try. We've had an hour with 30 minutes to go, and China are 2 goals to the good, much to the joy of the local people. China who will make the next substitution. Well, he looks not a desolate figure, but he looks as though he's not quite sure what to do. He looks a bit baffled as the Korean coach by what's going on out there. I think they started the match as firm favourites. They might get a goal themselves here. Now it's a decent ball through, and a scrabbling stop by the foot of Zheng Ji, which has raised the roof here. They like that. They might like this as well. One-on-one. Can he pick himself up? The referee said play on. Oh, but then the Koreans are still unable to clear their lines effectively. And now they're taking off the score at the second goal. As we have a look at this incident where the goalkeeper did well. But Wang Yongpo has made his last contribution. He will be replaced on the Chinese side. See. They made another change. Oh, here's Wang Yongpo is coming off, but there's a bit of confusion there. Lucy. He got the second goal. So he's done a good job tonight. He was at fault for one of the goals the other evening against Korea Republic. He's redressed the balance a little bit with that score. 2-0, China lead, 62 minutes played. Dangerous clearance there. It's far too close to the opposition striker for comfort. Ball's going to go straight through the area, however, and will be allowed to run out by Zheng Ji. As Korea prepare to make another switch of their own. They're not happy. He will be with the score. And here's the man who scored the excellent goal, the winning goal for Korea DPR against Japan, about to come on. He's a big presence, he's Pak Yong-il. 20, they need a bit more height, maybe. The fourth official's got a number on his board that I can't quite see as yet, but I will be able to do shortly. Right now, for example, as the whistle is blown, it's the number 17, so Hyun-uk, will be replaced here by Park Hyun-il. Can he come up with a goal as he did the other evening? Although even one isn't enough at the moment. Well, the coaches all shake the hands of the players who are coming off and say well done to them. That's the way of the modern game. And his career looking for a way back into this contest now. A contest which still has 27 minutes to run. Was added time, it's into the danger zone. It was Zheng Ji who got it away. And not just once, but twice. Free kick, China. Rather robust challenge on the number 9, Yang Shu. Well, I think the third goal really would finish the job off. It's Liao Bingbin. Out by Chang Kuk-chong. Through the eye of the needle to the man in red, who will be awarded a free kick. There's a bit of grappling going on there involving the Chinese defender Wang Dong. Oh, and he sold him a clever dummy. Clever piece of play, and another clever piece of play. Ro Hak-soo, but the opponent stuck to the task. That was Rao Wei-hui. A decent ball knocked in. Good catch again from Zhang Cheng. Well, China are happy to play it this way. Little Forest, a ball through the middle this time, which won't pose a problem. Allowed to go all the way through to Ri Myung-guk. But they'll sit back with China. They've got a back line of 4 and then a middle 4. Just one player isolated up front and one other who sort of drops in between midfield and defence. I don't think they'll be too adventurous, the Chinese, from now on. Because we're halfway through the second half and they still lead. And what's more, they've extended the half-time scoreline. "24 goals scored here this week in Wuhan so far, so we're averaging more than 3 a game. This is the 8th match that has been played. Although we've just had 9 in the men's competition in the 4 games, so that's only just over an average of 2 for the men, slightly better for the women. Plenty of Koreans forward here, hoping to be on the end of a long ball out of defence. And they are now looking to that big fellow in there. Oh, and he's made a mistake here and then managed to cover well. Just for a moment it looked as though the error might have been costly. It's a foul and it's a booking, I'm sure. Yeah, yellow card shown. So turning into be a night of disconsolate mistakes for the Korean defence, and Ri Yung-chol here has taken out Yang Shu. And as a result of that, he gets a yellow card. Zheng Ji's also had one for China. Chinese will certainly take their time over this. Absolutely no need for them to hurry about anything. 34 fouls, 18 suffered by China, 16 by Korea DPR. You tell me, I'm not sure what that debate is all about. Now eventually the big defenders will stroll along in here, including Zheng Ji, trying to make it 3-0 for China. What a scoreline that would be. They're certainly into the right zone. Now the final touches off the Chinese player and out harmlessly. It was in 2008 that China beat Korea DPR by 3-1. And we had an identical scoreline to this one in 2005 when China won 2-0 against Korea DPR. Some nice touches here from the Koreans, who are by no means out of this contest. And here's a swirling cross in, which could yield a goal for them. Well, it yielded a header. He had to climb into that one, though. Climbed over the back of the defender to get the header in, did Jong Il-kwon. But couldn't keep the ball down. And the injured party on the Chinese side is Wang Dong. Down he goes in a heap. And I think the physios will be required. I don't think he's landed too badly on the back of the neck, but it'll just be a little bruised in the morning when he wakes up, perhaps. But it was a sign that the Koreans are still in this match. It was a decent enough cross, but it's looking good for China, and these supporters may well be having a night to celebrate here in Wuhan with their team 2 goals to the good. Movement down on the touchline suggests a further substitution for China. The player who will come on is Ren Hang from Jiangsu, who played in the game against Korea Republic. He actually got booked in it as well. He was the only Chinese player who was booked. He'll be coming on to win his 17th cap in a moment. And he'll be replacing Wang Tong, we think. Yes, he is. So Ren Hang on and Wang Tong off. What it does mean is that Alain Perrin will have no more substitutions available to him. He's made all 3 now, with Liam Bin coming on in place of Sun Ke at half-time, Wu Shi coming on in place of Wang Yongpo, and now Ren Hang replacing Wang Dong. The most important thing I can tell you is that China are winning 2-0. But they'll have a bit of defending to do even yet, I'm sure. Oh, they might have some little start with this free kick. 72 minutes have gone by. The Koreans know that they need a goal, and soon. Well, the sooner the better, anyway. They've got height in there now, with the substitutes having come onto the field of play. Very tall, Pak Yon-il. Another pair of crumpled bodies down there. Quite a physical contest at the moment. The China team have certainly given their supporters plenty to cheer about tonight, which they were unable to do against Korea Republic. And the fans will always appreciate effort, and they've seen plenty, or they've also seen a back challenge here. I'm afraid the referee's going to reach for that yellow card again. There's an apology from Yu Dubai, but it's Yu Dubai who is booked. He and Zheng Ji have both been cautioned now for China. He's gone right across the left knee of Ri Chol-myong. And that undoubtedly was a caution. And Yu Dubai might have hurt himself in the process. He got the first goal, remember? The only one we've seen in open play. The second struck from the penalty spot by Wang Yongbo. Up it goes into the mix, and there's the header. It's going wide. With a clear threat in the air is Park Hyung-il. He's going to warn the Chinese goalkeeper Shen Cheng to get on with things a bit, otherwise he'll be booking him. In front of a crowd of 23,045, I'm told. China have had 5 shots tonight, which is I think 5 more than they had the other night. Certainly 3 more. And the Koreans have had only 1 shot, which is surprising to say the least. But all credit to China for limiting them so well, and for working the ball away here now. A poor first touch, however, from the under-19. Can pop this one through. It's a low. It was almost perfect. Very close to being a perfect pass from Zhang Ji. So China are not intent on letting this one go now. They've got the bit between their teeth. They've also 2 up in the penalty area. It will be a corner. Shen Cheng booked, he was booked, said the referee was looking at him as if to say, get on with it, otherwise I will book you. Well, he has booked him, so that's 3 China players cautioned on the night now. They won't care if they get a win, and they'd love a 3rd goal here. Won't come from that. Now it's the Koreans who are struggling to get rid of the ball until the whistle goes in the favour of the visitors from Korea. 15 minutes to go. 2 corners for DPRK so far, only 1 for China. I don't think we've seen a goal from a corner in this tournament as yet. We've seen plenty from free kicks, as often happens, of course. Interesting what sort of teams the coaches put out for the 3rd and final matches in this round-robin format, whether they'll ring the changes yet again. Hardly anybody maybe who's going to play all 3 games, apart from perhaps the goalkeepers. Although even on that score, China changed tonight, bringing Zheng Cheng in and leaving Wang Dalei out. Needs one good cross, you feel, and the Koreans might get back into this one. There is a 3rd goalkeeper, Yang Chunling, in the Chinese squad. Maybe he'll play against Japan. That's a good turn. It's rare this Korean side goes through 90 minutes without registering, but they're 13 minutes away from a blank night as the goalkeeper comes and gathers. And the crowd roars its approval for Zheng Cheng, a very popular goalkeeper. Free kick Korea, who are showing some urgency and taking it smartly, knocking it up to the edge of the 18-yard zone, and there's a rather theatrical dive here by the striker, but it's good enough to persuade the referee to blow the whistle. And the free kick's been awarded to Park Hyung-il. This is in a shooting position. There's a push in the back from Le Tenglong. Now, it would certainly give us a very interesting 12 minutes and a very nervous 12 minutes for the local people if Korea were to score here. There are sirens in the background, but I don't think it's anything to do with a football match. Korea score. They'll certainly throw everything at China if they do in these closing minutes of the game. And you feel they do need to get that goal as quickly as possible if they are to hang on to a hope of going top of the group tonight. China and Korea DPR could be locked on 3 points. Played in short, knocked into the area, flicked through here, and a goal kick. In the end, it was orchestrated. They knew exactly what they were doing there in involving Ri Hyok Chol. The goalkeeper's caught a blow. So has Ri Hyok Chol as well. Nicely manoeuvred. Here it is. It slipped to the right. Then a little chip through. Ri Hyok Chol goes for it. And the goalkeeper's a much taller man, and Zhang Cheng goes charging into Ri Hyok Chol. And both are suffering the consequences at the moment. So the story of the night is that not a great deal happened in the opening half an hour. But then suddenly Yu Dabao changed the course of the night by smashing the ball into the Korea DPR net. After it had bounced awkwardly for the defender Kang Kuk Chol. Keeper just feeling his ankle. But Yu Dabao struck on 36 minutes, and then in the early minutes of the second half, the first 5 minutes in fact, Korea DPR conceded a penalty kick, and it was dispatched by Wang Yongbo to give China a 2-goal lead. Dabao there got the first of the 2 goals. Applause for the goalkeeper, that he's all right to continue. And we have now moved to within 10 minutes of the final whistle, plus the added time, of course, with Zheng Ji taking over duties from the goalkeeper. We shall see whether there's any late drama to be had here as the referee awards a free kick to the Koreans right on the halfway line. Into the danger area, okay. And, plenty of red shirts swarming around. Led by Ri Chol-myong. Back into that area again. It'll get through here and then headed in, and it's hacked away. Not very far. The Koreans are struggling. Oh, that's not the best of challenges, and that's got to be another booking. This time it's for Sim Hyun-chin. The second Korean player booked. We've had 3 from China cautioned. 5 in all from the referee. He's been the busiest referee I think we've seen actually in the tournament. The man from Malaysia, Muhammad Yaqub. No complaint from Sim Hyun-jin though, as he caught the man. And not the ball. And we have 8 minutes to go here in Wuhan. We do seem to get an awful lot of injuries. The latest is for Yu Dabao. The stretcher brought out. Well, remember, China have already used 3 substitutes. Liu Binbin, Ren Hang and Wu Xi are already on, so they can't afford to lose anybody else, otherwise they'll be down to 10 men with 8 minutes still to go. Okay, they have a healthy advantage at 2-0. How many messages can he take on board? There are 3 of them all having a go there. Chipping away. Well, he's got to try and get through another 8 minutes. Wu Dabao. Means that the Democratic People's Republic of Korea have 8 minutes in which to save something or get something from this game. They'll have a shooting chance here. It's deflected. It's out for the corner. China throwing bodies in the line, and on that occasion it was the man from Wuhan, Lei Tenglong. As Yu Dabao says, please can I go back on? He has to await the referee's permission, and he's told, yeah, okay, on you come. Corner Korea, needing a goal ever more desperately. It's over the top. They had a go. They've got enough bodies in there. The man who got up on the end of it was Ri Yong-chul. But he's looking good for China at the moment. The countdown is on, and by the time this goal kick is taken, there'll be just 6 minutes remaining. 6 minutes of the 90, probably about 4 to add on. But his goal and the penalty struck by Wang Yongbo have given China an excellent chance of getting their first points of the East Asian Cup of 2015. And it will be all to play for in the weekend when China play Japan and the two Koreas meet. China have suffered 25 fouls, Korea 17. Still the Koreans come forward. All those red shirts up there trying to make just one attack count for something. They don't give in. They are a team of doughty fighters. Down on the right touchline, the substitute So Kyung-jin. There's been more composure about China's play this evening than there ever was in the game with the other Korean side, the Republic. Still there's some nice touches from the side in the red shirts. And that's a useful cross in, and here's a header! Fierce one, just over the top of the crossbar. Chung Il-kwon. He does know the way to the net. He's a striker who's been linked with the likes of Newcastle United in England and PSV Eindhoven of Holland. Partizan Belgrade as well. Said to be interested in the number 11, Jong Il-kwon, but I think the coach may be almost resigned to the fact that his side is going down to defeat tonight now. And if they're to win the tournament, they'll have to beat their old rivals from the Korea Republic on Sunday night. Of course, the winners of that match would get 6 points. China can get 6 as well if they win this match and then beat Japan. They'll only have 1. So it's only Japan who will not be able to win the tournament. They'd only be able to get 4 points. Korea Republic already have 4. And either them or Korea Republic will definitely have more than that by the weekend. Useful here. Well dealt with for the moment. Still they come, ever more desperate. Is there one decisive pass left in these remaining minutes from the Koreans? They need a good shot. It's deflected and wide, and only just. It was tantalising. It was almost heart-stopping for the Chinese people there. He's been a handful since he's come on, no question. Pak Hyun-il. In it goes and out it goes. It'll come back in now. Deflected. But the goalkeeper is still out to fall on it. Sung Cheng dives down to the great delight of the local people. The Koreans are not having a great deal of fortune. The shot could have gone anywhere. It took a touch off Chung Il-kwon and just trickled through to the keeper. Time has almost run out for the Korea DPR side. Up he goes again, that tall figure. We've now got certainly one, and well, they're picking themselves up. I was going to say a couple of players who are struggling with various knocks. We've got 2 Chinese players down grimacing. One of them there, as you can see, is the substitute Wu Shi. He's back up. That was why he got a knock. Challenge from behind by So Kyung-jin. China's free kick. 2 minutes to go. It's looking very good for the Chinese, and here they might make it even better. Although it's through as far as the goalkeeper. On the far side, Nathan McDonald, the Australian assistant. Oh, it's got through here, and oh, it's just hooked out in time. Well, that was disconcerting from a Chinese perspective. The ball got forward so quickly there. I think it took everybody by surprise. But there's a smile, a hint of a smile on the face of Le Teng Long, because he's just managed to keep the ball away from the man in the red shirt who was about to pop it into the net. Somebody might still do that. It's in again. There's the catch from Zhang Cheng. And as he clears now, we are into the last minute of the game. What a good game it's turning out to be for China. Lost by Zheng Ji, and there was no foul on him. So he's been pulled out of position. He'll trot back. He's too old to start running back. Oh, that's clever. That's very neat indeed. It still has to come into a wide position, but there are loads of red shirts in the mix there. Just not the height on the cross that was required. And it's beginning to look as though the Democratic People's Republic are not going to get a goal tonight. They trailed 2-0 with 30 seconds remaining of the 90 minutes. In they go again. Down to the goalkeeper. Just hasn't happened for the Koreans. Play on, says the referee, despite the fact that there's a Chinese player down suffering the effects of cramp. And they've also got a free kick, so by the time this is taken, and we have another yellow card shown, they'll be very close to success. The card is shown this time to So Kyung Chin. This is white. Could be a lengthy stoppage again now. We've had quite a lot of these. 3 players booked on the Korean side now. 3 booked on the Chinese side as well. But we've drifted beyond the 90-minute mark, which is good news for the Chinese supporters, obviously. They're in control of this game, well in control. As the local man Le Teng Long goes off for the time being. I'm sure he'll be back. Just for the closing seconds to enjoy the celebrations which are bound to follow this win. They're not yet. They're the man with the tattooed arms as the scorer of the second goal, Wang Yongpo. I don't think they're going to get a third, and the referee has blown the whistle once again, so it will be a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. But a notable victory this for China against old rivals. Remember, Korea Republic and Korea DPR have probably had the better of them down the years on so many occasions, but this one's just run out by Yudu Dabao. Should be a very happy coach, Alain Perrin. There's a lot of pressure on him and on the team tonight in the build-up to this game. Still looking for what would only be consolation, I know, but they still haven't been able to get it, although the ball is played out rather sloppily to a Korean player, and into that area it goes again. Frantic defending, they just can't get away. But nor can the Koreans deliver a coup de grace. They're not really getting the shots and headers in that they would want. Hard as they've tried, it's going to be defeat for the Democratic People's Republic tonight. It'll be the first Korean defeat that we've seen here throughout all the matches. The Korea DPR women and the Korea Republic women have won both of their games. The Korea Republic men drew earlier tonight with the Japan, 1 apiece the scoreline in that one. And here China are leading by 2-0 against DPR Korea. So it'll be the first Korean defeat in 6 games in Wuhan. But As sure as night follows day, that is what is going to happen here, because we've already played 3 minutes of added time. And this will be seen as a notable success for China. They're still full of running, as you would expect when you're winning. It's deflected here, and still they come forward, still they hope for a third goal. He's got to stay outside there. You don't feel they're going to make it through a count, and it's whipped through the penalty area. He's going to stay at 2-0. There we go again. Who'd be a professional footballer on a humid night? So the referee's going to stop it. To 11 in the evening. He did manage to stay onside, Yang Shu. Played it through. I think he was going for the net himself, not trying to find a colleague. It's a hard drive, a hard hit, but straight through the 6-yard zone, and he felt the after effects of that effort. It's been a strenuous effort for everybody out there. I don't think he needs to bother coming back. Loosen those muscles if you can. Well, the scarves are raised. It's a night of celebration here in Wuhan. Celebration for China. The referee will shortly raise the arm and signal the end of this contest as another player goes down and doesn't pick himself up straight away. They're absolutely exhausted. Still slugging it out, but it's all over. It's a win for China. They've done it. A goal in each half, the one in the first half from Yu Dabao, and that man there got the penalty in the second half, Wang Yongpo, that has beaten Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The scoreline is 2-0, doesn't really say it all. Korea threw plenty at it in the second half, but Zheng Cheng and company rose to the occasion tonight. Le Tenglong, the defender from Wuhan, was brought in by Alain Perrin there. He sits back contentedly for the moment, but I'm sure he'll be well pleased by that scoreline. Zheng Ji made another notable contribution in his role at the back. There was a good effort from Yu Dabao in particular. Sun Ke in the first half helped to set up the goal, but it all ended China 2, DPR Korea 0. A very happy crowd will go home extremely contented. Chinese take the salute of their supporters. They haven't had a great deal to cheer about over recent times, but a victory here in the East Asian Cup will do. And it's a comfortable victory when you consider it's a 2-goal margin over one of the top sides in Asia, the Korea DPR team. 2-0 it was.
아쉬우실 것 같은데 총평 좀 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
예, 뭐 좀 아쉽습니다. 우리가 좀 경기상으로는 우세했는데 그만의 득점 기회를 잃지 못했으니까 아쉬움감이 있습니다.
다음 경기에 많은 관심이 쏠려 있는데요. 뭐 승패 이외에도 또 이제 같은 민족끼리의 경기고 어떻게 좀 준비하고 어떤 마음가짐이신지 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
다음번 경기 준비를 우리 잘 해보겠습니다. 이상입니다.
박현일 선수 같은 경우에 후반전에 이제 교체 카드로 많이 쓰시고 계신데 어떤 부분들을 많이 주문하고 계신가요?
그러니까 박현일이 그러니까 우리가 뭐 예를 들면은 이제 후반전에 상대가 육체적으로 떨어졌을 때 우리가 현동무가 머리박기로서 득점 기회를 마련하려고 했는데 오늘 잘 안 됐습니다.
박현일 선수 키가 정확히 어떻게 되나요?
94입니다. 94. 194. 예.
알겠습니다. 말씀 감사드립니다. 예.
首先，祝贺球队取胜。你觉得相比对手，我们今天做的最好的一点在哪里？
我觉得今天我们打的比较统一吧。可能赛前大家对这场比赛比较重视，外界的舆论啊，包括也比较大，对我们来说压力也挺大的这场球。所以说，作为球员来讲，包括教练组之前在开会的时候也讲，这场比赛是非常对我们来说非常重要也是必须要拿下的一场比赛吧。
那作为前锋来讲，你今天也是进了一个球，同时制造了一个点球。那对自己的表现怎么评价？包括你和杨旭的一个配合。
应该是挺长时间了吧。然后在国家队第一次首发，然后作为球员来讲，能在国家队出场，是一件梦想的事情吧。然后作为我来说，肯定要全力以赴，尽可能把自己能力发挥出来。当然也有。队友的帮助，我们今天是一个整体吧，打得非常好，我觉得。
那你觉得后防呢？今天我们后防应该说是大变样，相比第一场。
对，当然我们之前也有过演练吧，在昨天，所以说针对一个对手，我们有不同的这个打法吧。所以说这场比赛我觉得变得非常成功，大家领会的非常快吧，在比赛当中。
好，谢谢。
So it was 9 o'clock in the evening here in Wuhan when China came out to face the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, knowing anything less than a win would be unsatisfactory. But the Koreans, who had won their opening game, remember, with a 2-1 scoreline against Japan, were quickly into the thick of things with a shot there from Ri Chol-myung, producing the best save of the opening half an hour from Zhang Sheng. And then this Chinese move was a good one, and it was a fierce enough header as well from Yang Shu. But the save made by Ri Myung-gook was not too difficult in the end. Nonetheless, it was promising for China, and soon that promise was to pay dividends. There was a cross from Rao Wei-hui, and the ball bounced really awkwardly for Kang Kuk-chol, and when it was returned in there with dividend, it was Yu Da-bao who stabbed it high into the net, and China held the lead after the perfect cross from Sun Ke. A lovely moment for Yu Da-bao, scoring his 10th goal for China in just 29 appearances. The Koreans came straight back and might have equalised just before half-time, but there was a drive from Roh Hak-soo into the side netting. Alan Palan asking about the organisation, and then in the second half, this penalty kick was awarded and tucked away effortlessly by Wang Yongbo, and China was suddenly 2 to the good. Wang Yongbo with his 5th goal in just 10 international appearances, making it 2-0 for the home nation. Well, they really did have a great deal of self-belief then. And they knew that the Koreans would come at them. Not quite sure what the Frenchman was saying there, but he should have been pleased. He knew they were going to have to soak up a lot of pressure, and they did. The introduction of the tall substitute, Park Hyun-il, made an impact. But the Koreans somehow never looked as though they were going to get a goal tonight. Zhen Cheng on his first appearance in the East Asian Cup this year. wasn't really called upon to make as many saves as he might have been. And indeed, China might have had the third goal for themselves late on when Yang Shu went for goal. The ball went right through the penalty area. And he sat out the rest of the match. But it's a match which ends very satisfactorily for China. They've defeated Korea DPR by 2-0, and they now have their first points. 50% the possession count, so that's very even, although the Koreans had 5 corners to China's 1. China committed more fouls, 26 to 20. The Koreans had 16 shots and yet never found the net with 1. China had 8 shots and found the net with 2. So this is the way it looks in the group, with Korea Republic now top after a win and a draw. They have 4 points. China move up to second ahead of the Democratic People's Republic. But Japan, who meet China in the final game on Sunday, have just 1 point. It's between the two Koreans, you would feel. But China, of course, could move on to 6 points if they can win that last game against Japan. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage here in Wuhan. Good night for now.